Starfox franchise started as a harbinger of technological prowess. It was one of the first Super Nintendo games to offer 3D polygons in a world of flat sprites, while the N64 iteration delivered physical immersion with the Rumble Pack. The series has taken a lull with the collect-a-thon that was Star Fox Adventures, and the off-kilter and too often out-of-ship Star Fox Assault. Starfox Command for the Nintendo DS returns the series to its roots in several ways, but mostly by following the trends instead of bucking them. Despite the opening story salvo consisting of space systems and acidic planets, this is really a space soap opera with furries. One-dimensional foxes coo after spurned love. Mechanically inclined frogs discuss nuptials. A loner falcon has an existential crisis with a robot, and there's a dead wireframe pig trying to seek revenge. And they all love to go on and on about it. These are loquacious varmints. The initial playthrough ends in a bittersweet victory with world safe and feelings hurt. Paths are then unlocked, with Fox and company running the gamut of what-if scenarios and parallel stories, with new pilots and bosses to play and conquer across a whopping 9 different endings. Designed by Star Fox veterans, the characters are as fleshed out as a retired Admiral Rabbit can be. There's plenty of plot, but Shakespeare it's not. As you progress, you'll have your choice of pilots to utilize for each mission. They all handle differently, and some are equipped with improved weapons like lock-on fire, leading to an intense highlighting mode reminiscent of Rez. All the action is solo, with wingmen entering their own scenarios, but the free-roaming arenas have plenty of core enemies to hunt down before you run out of life or time. The occasional runaway missile breaks up the strafing, while the baddie bases let you relive the penultimate moment of Independence Day over and over. The command in the title positions itself in single-screen maps where you chart paths, intercept missiles, liberate bases, and quest for power-ups, all while trying to navigate a nasty fog of war. Even Great Fox gets in on the action, launching annihilating missiles at flocks of bad guys without any messy combat. As the turns diminish, pressure arises to quickly destroy the enemies and occasional bosses in hopes of earning extra men in the ranking screens. Labyrinthine asteroid fields add to the mix, and in a unique twist, you can scribble away a little bit of the fog of war with each turn, only for it to creep back in. The levels are all pretty much the same, and without a crystal ball to see through the fog of war, some maps will have you constantly restarting as Great Fox blows up again and again. After a few endings, you'll care less and less about this anthropomorphic melodrama. Wi-Fi play is in full effect with friend codes and good old-fashioned dogfighting. A few new power-ups show up in this mode, but it plays predominantly the same as the single player. There's rumble support, and you can sample your voice for use in the game. It's nice that the single-player option has branching paths and multiple endings, but the game is extremely short, so it's a bit misleading. Once you've beaten it a few times, all that's left is the Wi-Fi multiplayer, and just like in Star Fox 64, it's fun for about a minute. The stylus is the ultimate rudder, will have you flying in no time. Shooting through item rings, flipping U-turns, and dropping smart bombs is a cinch. The buttons all facilitate the same purpose: fire. The only exception is the barrel roll. Having to scribble from side to side to perform one while under fire and trying to steer the ship at the same time is not an ideal situation. Otherwise, you'll be surprised that such a relatively complex control scheme has been executed so well. So here's a game that controls like a dream, features familiar fan favorites, has plenty of replay value, and an online mode. But when all the elements get mixed together, they congeal into something less than perfect. The initial playthrough is a lot of fun for the short time it lasts, but the more times you finish it, the more you see the different modes are just trying to distract you from the game's shortcomings. Starfox Command is the odd game that is better in practice than theory. The distilled elements are fantastic, but the inner complexities don't gel completely. The game has tons of polish, but digging deeper, there's only a good game and not a Vulpine venture into new worlds. Unlike prior Star Fox games, there are no on-rail levels, and the Landmaster tank is nowhere to be found. And so the wait goes on for a worthy successor to Star Fox 64.